Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture and described as the god of periodic renewal. Well, the renewal has arrived, and it's come in the form of a Mapex drum kit. It is the Mapex Saturn Evolution. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of Mapex's premium offerings, the Saturn and the Saturn Evolution. This line of drums supports drummers that play on the biggest of stages, like Russ Miller, Rasheed Williams, and Dom Famularo. Mapex pioneered blended woods to create a unique and musical shell for the Saturn series, beginning with basswood in the 90s and quickly moving on to maple and walnut, which has continued to impress the drum world today and define the Saturn sound. With this legacy in mind, we're going to be digging into what separates these two kits and track where the Evolution has made some noticeable and distinguishing changes from its predecessor. I'm going to be playing a Mapex Black Panther Pegasus snare, and we'll be recording both of these drums with a full Shure Beta microphone setup for an even sound comparison. So, if you want to know more about the mics we use for capturing the drums today, head over to the Gear4music Synth and Tech channel to see more. Let us begin with the fundamentals, the shells. The Saturn line is comprised historically of a maple and walnut blend. This kit pioneered the exploration of hybrid shell construction, so the choice of maple and walnut was not by accident. Maple gives you a versatile tone, able to produce a great sound at a range of tunings and with an innate warmness. Walnut, on the other hand, adds a strong and dark tone that comes out with a fast attack. Combine these together and you get a drum that produces a sound fit for studios and stages alike. The Evolution kit has taken the results of this pioneering and enhanced it. Not only do you still have the choice of the classic maple and walnut blend, which we have here today, but you can now get a birch and walnut version too. Birch is an excellent recording wood, thanks to its boosted highs and excellent low-end punch. So, when combined with walnut, a blend that was a previous special edition from 2012 brings a darker and richer tone back to the Saturn line. To really get the most from these Evolution shells though, Mapex have had to utilise a couple of adaptations. These tones have come from a reimagining of the classic Saturn tone, and with it, a rearrangement of the plies. Mapex have put the two plies of walnut in the centre of the bearing edge between the maple or the birch. This means that the head is actively making contact directly with the walnut and gives the drum its slightly darker tone than its predecessor. See if you can hear the difference. Evolution is the process in which gradual development happens, and this kit quite literally embodies it. With gradual thickness increases on the toms, the chamber-specific shells make each drum more adept to its specific role in the set, meaning a full and powerful sound dubbed by Mapex as a symphony in one kit. Both kits have a 45 degrees sonic clear bearing edge on the toms and 60 degrees on the bass drums too. Now there's a lot of information out there from Mapex about this feature already, and you can find a link to their video in the description that's well worth a watch, but after this of course. But what this does in layman drummer terms is increase attack from your drums, enables a solid seating for your head, which in turn transfers more of the vibration from your strike into the drum to bring out that brilliant walnut. On the Evolution, these bearing edges change as the drums get larger too, giving you precise and musically in tune shells. To get both of these shells really singing, Mapex has taken features from their design lab, a section of Mapex that collaborates with artists and engineers to push drumming engineering and integrate them into the Saturn line. Both drums feature 90-degree floor tom legs originally seen on design lab kits that maximise floor tom resonance and push those lows outwards rather than losing the power through a traditional straight leg and into the floor. To minimise the loss of power through the floor even more, The feet, named sonically pedestals, also help lift the drum off your playing surface, with the steel legs resting on a sprung rubber foot that eliminates vibration transfer and maximizes resonance. This might sound like a bunch of sales speak, but these toms are thunderous. You also get nodal line venting. But what's this, I hear you say? Without getting too technical, a nodal point in this case is a part of the shell that remains at rest while the other parts of the shell are vibrating after being struck. Placing the vents here enables the shell to fully resonate without the necessary holes in the shell cutting short or muffling this resonance. It lets the shell give a full and powerful note that also gives you a great feel when playing, thanks to diffusing the air inside of the drum, so you don't feel like the drum's kicking back at you whilst you're playing. As you might have noticed by now though, the Evolution has one major difference. This is the Halo mounting system. Living up to its name, the rings around the Saturn shell look formidable, but serve a truly musical purpose. Being mounted under the lug to remove any effect on tuning, this suspension system allows the drum to rest on top of, rather than from this system. This layer of separation between the drum and the mounting system itself stops choking and stiffness usually found on some other underhoop mounting systems. Along with this, it also features a sustain adjustment knob. This works by use of a rubber gasket inside of the mount that dampens the shell when you tighten it, shortening the drum sustain and giving a great option for dialing in your drum song to song. A pre-EQ, if you will. This is a feature that I can see working great in live situations, where the tom needs a bit of control in smaller venues, or you really want to let loose on those bigger stages. In recording situations, this will give you that tonal control without compromising your performance or the feel of your head through dampening gels. This is a tangible and unique feature for the discerning drummer. To finish these drums off, the hardware has to match. And it sure does. When you sit down at the Saturn, you'll see triple flanged 2.3mm power hoops and two TH800 tom holders. These features are quintessentially Saturn, enabling you to dial in a range of tunings and help achieve your optimum feel and sound. All of this wouldn't work without the Soniclear tom suspension system though, that's low mass allows the toms to resonate freely and project your sound. A cool feature about the TH800s that's available on both of these kits is the ability to turn your rack toms upside down and easily tune the bottom head, a feature that makes performances run just that little bit smoother. Sit down at the Evolution though, and you're going to notice a few modifications. The first of these is the hoops. The 2.3mm Sonic Saver hoops were originally designed for the Mapex Black Panther snare drums and give a middle ground between the open and long-sustaining triple flanged seen on the Saturn and a tighter, focused sound of the die-cast hoop. Utilising a unique shaping process that reduces wear and tear of sticks, whilst also enhancing the response from rim shots and rim clicks, the top edge of the hoops is folded inwards, giving your stick more contact with the hoop. All of this is a really nice touch that, from my experience with them, really does feel good when playing. This hardware is available in chrome for the Saturn, but with the Evolution you get this hardware in a black brush finish, and it looks smart. This complements the shell finishes that really give the Evolution drums the top of the range aesthetic. On the Saturn here we have the new Aqua Fade finish, whilst on the Evolution we have the Violet Burst gloss lacquer. I can't tell you what looks better though, but I do prefer the violet. You can choose for yourself by checking out a wide range of finishes available on the Gear4music website. So, there are standout changes that show the Evolution's adaptation to modern drumming needs, and some continuous features that help keep its lineage as a true Mapex Saturn. But where does this kit fit in? Imagine as if the Design Lab and the Black Panther lines had a baby, and that kit had a baby with the Saturn series. You get a hybrid, an amalgam, a crossbreed of the intelligence and forward-thinking Design Lab with the originality and legacy of the Saturn series. The Saturn is and always will be a pro-level kit that excels in many musical situations. But the Evolution? This has it built into its DNA, but it comes with the added benefits that us drummers want, whilst other musicians and the crowd will feel rather than observe. This is where the Evolution has positioned itself, as a kit for the professional drummer, with an underscore on the drummer. If you want to see more of these kits, head over to the Gear4music website. I've been Miles, and these have been the Mapex Saturn and the Saturn Evolution. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.